Hey guys, Ian here with IGTsoft, and today I'm showing you MSDS Finder. MSDS Finder is a subprogram in Infosys. It's meant to electronically keep all your MSDS or SDS sheets. You just scan them in and then attach them to the MSDS Finder so your team will be able to find them easily in the database. So this is what it looks like. The main screen, everything is grayed out because these are all for the administrators. Of this subprogram. So find MSDS, you just simply have to type, we'll just say soap, and then all the matches will show up. I have a foam soap, and then I get a liquid hand soap, and all you have to do is just press view, and yeah, I should be able to view the most recent MSDS for the file. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like if I'm set up as an administrator. So I'm gonna show all and log back in. So this time you see all the buttons are highlighted or are colored, so that means they're active. So I can still do the same thing, find something here like soap, and then otherwise I can go to manage database. Manage database is where I can manage my database of MSDS files. So all I have to do is just scan them in and put them onto my desktop as in PDF format. So this is my database, and these are all I can filter them by department, and these are all for the laboratory department. I can also do contain text, and if the text contains alcohol, I can do load, or I can also hide inactive MSDS or hide the verified MSDS. So it will only show the unverified one if it's time for me to look for newer versions of the MSDS files in my database. So to add, or I'm just gonna start by showing you guys the different functionalities. So over here, this column here, this will actually have different functionalities here. You can view, print MSDS, check for updates. Check for updates is when there's a specific URL that you have that you can just click, and then it will take you to the company's web page and will show the most recent one. So it's just a quick way. So if it exists, if not, then it will just be grayed out. I can also do mark as verified. Every single one of these have a 611 because I just put them in yesterday. But if I will just say a year from now, it will ask to be verified. So mark as verified would just update the verified date to the current date. And what it means is if once an MSDS is verified, that means that's the newest version or revision that I can find online or from the manufacturer. If there's a newer one, then I will show you guys later how to update it. So it will be, yeah, it will keep the most recent scanned PDF version in the database. And here's one here that says set status to inactive. It's just a matter of so it will just it went away because I had like hide inactive, so I'm just gonna uncheck that, load database. So now it shows inactive, and if I need to reactivate, I just do set status to active, and now it's active again. And then what's the last one here? The last one is to assign departments. We'll just say right now like alcohol. If I would do manage here, this would show you the complete list of the departments using the specific chemical, the alcohol 70% commercial. We'll just say I need to add purchasing to this list. So all I have to do is to quickly do that is to under alcohol click this and then do department and add, and then I can add purchasing. So right now if I do this, I got purchasing over here. Alternatively, I can also do this. Like if I would just do I'm gonna add pharmacy to it, I can do that and then save. So this way pharmacy is already there. So if I would remove a department, I can also do the quick access here, department, remove, and then I can simply remove pharmacy, and if you click here, pharmacy is no longer listed. So this is the quick button here, and then viewing the MSDS would be simply like that. Or if I need to print MSDS, I can just go to it will go to my printers, center printers, and this is just a PDF printer, so it will just you can easily print your MSDS off. So if I would do manage, it would give me a lot more information. So the way this works is actually creating a search engine for this certain chemical. So if I would do like if I would just view MSDS, so this is what the MSDS look like. To to help me find the chemical more, if I would have some kind of like, let me just say it's also called isopropyl alcohol. So save. So what this means is when I go to find MSDS, if I can just type isopropyl, and then it would actually show the alcohol 70% commercial. So what it is just creates like a search engine type, so I can put tags if there's like product number or some kind of a reference number. If I would just add comments, so when I do the search, everything, all the terms, the synonyms, the tags, and the comments will be used by the search engine, so if it's easier to find a certain chemical. And right now I'm just going to, so these are the ones that are already in the database. So I'm going to show you guys what if I need to add a new MSDS. I already have a scan file that I've read over here. It's a Dade Innoven reagent that I use for my CA620. So to add a file to the database, go to MSDS Finder and manage database, and then you go to add MSDS. First, you need to open the MSDS file. So there it is. And then it will show a preview. This is pretty small, so I'm just going to open in browser, and it will just open full screen on the browser. So on the description, you want to type Dade Innoven MSDS number. This is just any unique number on the MSDS. If it doesn't exist, you can put the item number or something unique to this certain chemical. There it is. And manufacturer, it's Siemens. So notice that I have the plus and X here. So if I would do the combo box, it would just bring down that Siemens is already there. If it's a new company, we'll just say Sysmex International. I can just click plus. So this time Sysmex International would be part of the group of the list of companies, of manufacturers. So okay, I got the manufacturer name. I'm going to put down the revision date. So the revision date is usually somewhere at the bottom. So unfortunately there's no specific standard for MSDS, so every single company, they have their own like format, rather not standard but format for these MSDS. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of a word search and try to look for the revision date or whatever information you're looking for. So revision date, so the ones in yellow, these are pretty much the required items. Web source, this is optional. You can just put it, if I would do google.com, and if I would do check for updates, it would go to this website. So this is just the URL. If your specific chemical has a URL, it will help you find, help make it easier to find new updates in the future. So if it doesn't have a URL, this is purely optional. I'm just going to leave it blank. So over here, this is a laboratory chemical. I'm just going to add synonyms. We'll just say PT reagent. If you have tags, once in a while I would use you can use some of these product codes. So it's up to you. This will just help you find the chemical easier. So I got all the necessary items. I'm just going to save and then add it to the database. I'm just going to X this out. If I just X this out, and over here, if I would just do the Dade Innoven, oh, I got two of them in there because I forgot I got one earlier. So it's right there now. So since this is just a duplicate, I'm just going to set this to inactive. Okay, there you go. So about the verification, so the way it's set up after a year, like this one is 6/11 of 2025, a year from this date would be 6/11/2026. It would alert all the different administrators. So if you would, like earlier I showed you guys a user with no admin access and everything is grayed out except for the first tab. So setup admin, I only set myself up as an admin. So it would go with the department. So we'll just say I'm registered as the laboratory department. So over here we'll just say in alcohol, I'm just gonna go manage. Since this chemical is used by the laboratory and I'm the admin with this certain department, so it would send me an email alert saying that it hasn't been verified for over a year. So would you like to find a newer version? And it will notify me via email. So once I get that, it would just remind me to go online and look for a newer version, and it would just give me a list of chemicals that I need to verify. So once I get this verified, all I need to do is we'll just pretend that this is a new version. So I'm just gonna click here, and this is something that I found online. So we'll just pretend this is alcohol 70%, and this is a new revision date. We'll just say the revision date for this one is 4/30 and 2024. So this is a new version. I'm just gonna do save. So what it does is it's going to find all the users with these source file. Oh, I'm sorry, I got it open, so I'm just gonna say okay. Since I got like delete source file here, I got the source file open, so it's locked by Windows, so I can't delete it. So I'm just gonna do okay. So what happened is right now when I go to manage, when I do view MSDS, it will just pull up the most recent now. So this is now the most recent version that I have. If I would do view all revisions, it will show you all the previous revisions. Since by law under OSHA, we're supposed to keep the company, I might be wrong on this, but 30 years, but maybe it's less. So it will just keep all the previous revisions indefinitely into the system. So if I would view the revision from 7.14, I can just simply click this. And if I would view the newest revision, which is 4.30, I would simply click view on under 4.30. So it will just keep track of all MSDS, including old versions, in the database indefinitely. Print MSDS will just print the newest version. And that's pretty much it about verifying an MSDS and trying to look for a newest version. And one thing that it does too is a lot of our departments at the hospital have like an MSDS binder, like a physical copy of the MSDS. So we'll just this chemical here is used by laboratory nursing and radiology. So what would happen is once I do the update, the revision, once I verified and add a new revision into the database, it would send an email to the rest of the administrators with these companies as the registered department. It would give them like a notification that, hey, I put in a new revision. So it would also put the new revision as PDF attachment to the email. So this would prompt them to print them out and then replace the old version in their binders with the new one. So hope that makes sense. So basically it just helps collaboration with different team members, because previously when we used to do it manually, we have like somebody sent like the newest version, but then all the other departments still have the old version. So this will just make it like more automated. So the system will automatically figure out who has this department, and it will just automatically send an email to that department. One other thing I want to show you is on the MSDS binder, if your team is thinking about like printing it out, and then you can add like a table of contents. So you can do like say PDF print table. So I'm just gonna print it to a PDF table, so it will be easier to just see on the screen. So this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna do rotate right. So this will just show you like a table of all the different MSDS used by your department. So this is by the laboratory department. For different departments, it's also going to show that for the different. So this will be like on the front of the MSDS binder. So this will be it'll be easier for you to quickly find which chemicals are in that book or in your database, and then you can simply just flip to it, or otherwise you can look for the MSDS copies electronically in Infosys. So one other thing is export table to Excel. You can create a CSV file. I'm just gonna do tests. So this is also an alternative, so it would generate a test file. So when you double click on that, it would open the file using Excel, and it would just show everything like in a tabular format, and then you can feel free to edit this and then make revisions of the format, make this prettier. I'm just not gonna save, and I'm gonna go back. And one more function is, if I go to manage database, save PDF copies to PC. So we'll just say you want to have like a backup of all your files, because we have like right now I only have 14 MSDS entries, but what if I have like a lot more? I want to just keep it offline. So yeah, for whatever reason, you just want to keep like a backup just in case if something happens to your hard drive. So you can just click this and you can select the folder, and the system will copy all the PDF copies into that folder, and the file names will be whatever the name is over here. And one last thing is over here you can just this is a link, so you can just click inactive MSDS. It will show you all the inactive MSDS. And if an MSDS is unassigned, we'll go back to the previous one. Like for example, this one, I don't have any, so that's now considered as unassigned. So if I would just do unassigned MSDS, so it would just, this would be red, and it would just shows that this MSDS, there's no department managing this, so I better just add a department. So I'm just gonna do department, add, and we'll just say it's for the laboratory, and I would just go to load database, and it's back to the laboratory department. And audit log, this will keep track of all the changes into your database. And I'm just gonna do load, and here is all the changes that I've done. I've updated this this certain chemicals MSDS, and then added something, and then inactivated an MSDS and reactivated it, so on and so forth. And that's it, guys. So that's what I have for MSDS Finder. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on the email below, or you can check it out on my website at infosys by igtsoft.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.